Hello guys, I'm Jashwant. I'm here to explain what competitive programming is and what are the advantages of doing competitive programming regularly. So this is the overview of the presentation. First, we will discuss about what competitive programming is, and then we'll learn the advantages, and then we'll see some of the ways of how to get started with CP, and also we'll see the some of the good resources and the coding competitions that are held. Okay, so competitive programming is, as the name suggests, it's a competition of programming. So it's a competition of who makes the best program to solve a particular given question or the problem. Only thing is that there is only a specific amount of memory, time, and specific pattern of input outputs. So whoever does it fastest with the less amount of code and faster time should be ranked first. So we have understood that competitive programming is nothing but writing a program to solve the question that is given. So you would be generally given a set of questions, few questions, and whoever solves them first and correctly, they would be ranked top. So let's discuss what all are the advantages of competitive programming. Competitive programming includes questions which are mostly logical or mathematical based. So as a result, it can improve your thinking ability and problem solving ability. Generally, to solve these problems, we use data structures. So with CP, we can improve our knowledge in DSA. We also learn problem solving ability within very short amount of time and within the time pressure. Another advantage is that suppose you get a good rank in reputed coding competitions, then it adds value to your resume. So generally, it's like an indicator for the recruiter. So having a good ranking in these competitions would help you to boost up your resume. And another advantage is that while you are appearing for the coding rounds or interviews, generally data structure DSA would be asked in the interview. So it would be helpful if you do CP regularly, then it can help you to perform well in coding rounds and interviews. Now let's see how to get started with CP. I invite Somshekar to explain the next slide.
Hello guys, this is Somshekar. By hearing just one words and advantages of CP, I think you all guys are excited to know how to get started with CP. Basically, CP is like thinking way of thinking and building logic. So you know the logic, then you have to convert it to code. For writing code, you have to know the programming language. Basically, there are many languages: C, C++, Java, Python, and but C++ is the widely recommended because it has STL, and there are very much good programmers who use C++ as their they give more preference to C++. So if you get stuck in any problems in any platform, you will easily get hints or solutions in C++ only. So it's better to go with C++ when you got started with CP. Next slide. Next slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, for practicing problems in CP is most required. Like for practicing for beginners, HackerRank is very good for problem solving data structures and algorithms. They divided in very proper way, so you can go there and you can practice problems. And CSS problem set is like very standard. It's for algorithms. They divided for each set of for algorithms. They have given some set of good standard problems. You can go there and you can try the problems. And lead code is also good, and it is having many placement problems which are asked by famous companies like Amazon, Adobe, Globe. Like you can go through this all and you can solve the problems from there. um, and you can also practice problems from code forces and CodeChef and that coder. And participate in you should participate in contests of code forces, CodeChef, and hacker rank contests also there. You should participate in contests regularly and you should improve yourself from there. Like contests help you to know where your level, like when you compete with the community of like programmers, like at what level you are and how where you have to improve. You will get to know when you give the contest. So you can participate in Code Forces contest and CodeChef contest. That will help. If you are good programmer, then you will be at some level of you will awarded rating. So that will be your you can up, give in your CV that rating, and you will be recognized by famous companies, top companies. Next slide. CodeChef is also there. CodeChef will like in monthly three contests will be there, like long challenge, cook off, and lunchtime. It is there will be three divisions will be there: division one, division two, division three. Like it is basically divided by their levels. So you can try this CodeChef platform for giving contests. It's good, and it will help in your CV also, and it will build your programming skills and algorithm skills. Next. Okay, and you can these are some sites where you can practice the most most problems. Next slide. Okay, for some good resource for CP is like this book I will prefer, like Competitive Programs Handbook Anti-Election. It is contains a very good understanding of CP and logic building, and it give almost all algorithms of um, which will require to solve CP. And here this algorithms last part is there. CP algorithm is also a very good set of website is very good. Like it contains algebra, mathematics. Like you can click there just CP algorithm. Like here you can see like algebra. They given very good algorithms based on maths. They comprise the content to this website. Like it contains very standard algorithms. You can go there and you can study on your own, and you can solve the problems in that website. They given problems also. You can go there and you can solve it and improve yourself from this website. You can see linear algebra, combinators, numerical method, geometry. Yeah, yeah, and yeah, definitely guys, you can try this all. And there will be many contests which will be famous contest. For that I will invite Sam to explain all these things. Okay, thank you.
So, hi guys, I'm R. Shamsundar and I will share some of the prestigious coding competitions you should be looking out for if you are interested in competitive programming. The first one is ACM ICPC, and it is the most prestigious competition in competitive programming. It's basically it's a team contest, and you have three persons plus a reserved person and a coach in your team. The reserved person and coach is not mandatory, but for some you should while filling up you should have a reserved person and a coach, and it's usually held in two stages, that is ICPC regionals and world finals. Before that, there's some sort of online qualification round. If you qualify that, you can qualify for ICPC regionals, and then if you are able to get some top slot like position 1, position 2, depending on the regional side, they may have 2 or 3 slots for world finals, and if you get inside those slots, you can represent the country in world finals. Next slide, Jashwant. The next one is Google Kickstart. It's held around 8 times a year, and it is one of the contests that Google uses to recruit its people, and you should definitely give it a try. The next one is Google Code Jam. It's held in 5 stages. The first one is qualification round, and in that basically you have to solve one problem, and you get to advance to round one. And round one, round two, round three are for filtering people. They have some definite ranks inside which you should be at the end of the round so that you could qualify for the next round. And world finals, it usually happens at one of its sites. It's an on-site competition. I think last year, but it was online, and you can give it also a try. Next page. Next one is Facebook Hacker Cup. It's also similar to that of Google Code Jam. It also has some qualification round. It's also, if you solve one problem in the qualification round, you get to qualify to round one. And round one, round two, round three, you have some definite ranks inside which you should be to qualify to the next round. And besides this, Google has CodeChef Snatch Round are some of the competition you should be looking out for.
In the previous video, we have seen what competitive programming is. In this video, we are going to see various platforms where you can learn competitive programming. There are many platforms online such as HackerRank, LeetCode, CodeChef, CodeForces, and many more. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started with CodeChef. Let's search CodeChef in your browser and click on the first link that appears. So yeah, this is the interface of CodeChef. In the top right corner, we have a button where you can log in or sign up. Click on that. After that, for sign up, we have various options. You can create an account directly through the mail, GitHub, or Facebook, or you can enter the data. So register an account. It can be any email ID. It may be your college or your private email ID. After registering, you can now log in to CodeChef. In the top right corner, you now see your username. Okay, so this is the home page. This is the home page of CodeChef, and we can see the practice tab here. Under this section, you can find problems based on the difficulty level or topic tags. So I have selected based on the difficulty level. So you can select easy, medium, or hard, and go on solving these problems. The next tab is compete. Here you can find all the competitions that are going on or upcoming or that have just completed in the previous past. So to show you, let's open a coding contest that was held from 14th to 17th. I click on this link. So yeah, based on my star rating, I'm at division 3. Let's open the first question. We would be having the question, the input format, the output format, the constraints of the variables, subtasks if there are any, and we would also be given sample input and outputs, and also the explanation for the output. So once you go through these things, the question would be clear to you. After that, to give your submission, click on submit. After clicking submit, you would be taken to this particular page where you can write the code and run it, check it, and submit it. In this drop down, you can select the language through which you are going to solve the program. So I have written a code in C++, and then I click submit. After clicking submit and suppose the code goes right, you would be given this pop-up showing that the question has been submitted. So this is how we submit a question in any competition that is held in CodeChef.